Welcome to your 30-minute Pilates workout. No shoes for today, just go barefoot. If you have a fitness tracker and you're into that, you can call this Pilates. So go ahead and get that started. Then if you have a light weight, like 1 to 5 pounds, you can have that nearby. I have this little like 1 pound weight I'm gonna use, but it's only for 2 moves today, so don't worry if you don't have one. And otherwise have your mat if you're not on a soft floor, and we'll get started. So go ahead and take a deep breath in, arms up. Big exhale and close your eyes. Take a moment here to just set an intention for what you want to get out of the next 30 minutes together. I am dedicating this time uninterrupted to myself and to you, to my mind, my body, and my health. One more deep breath in. Big exhale. And come on, stand at the end of your mat. We'll do a quick warm-up series together. So tuck your chin, roll your head down towards your mat, reach towards your toes, and then walk it out to a nice strong plank. Drop your knees to the ground, and we'll go through a couple cat-cows here. So arch your back, eyes to the sky. Rounded cat pose, big arch, big stretch. And cow, and cat. And come back to neutral, tuck your toes, go into a downward dog, hips to the sky, stretch through the back of your legs, and then walk it on back to your feet. Roll it up nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. Big shoulder roll at the top. We'll go through that whole thing again. So tuck your chin, roll it down, walk it out to plank, drop your knees, big arch in the back, and big curve in the spine, tuck your tailbone under. Arch and round it up. Come back to neutral, tuck your toes, downward facing dog, and walk it back to your feet. Roll it up nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. Head comes up last, then big shoulder roll at the top. One more, a little faster. Tuck your chin, roll it down, walk it out. Tuck your knees. Arch, round, arch it, round it. Come back to neutral. Downward facing dog, and stay here for just a moment. Pedal out your feet, one knee pop at a time, getting whatever feels good, stretched out in those hamstrings. Walk it on back to your feet, hang out here for just a second. Hug yourself in tight to your legs, and then roll it up nice and slow. Come on down to your back on your mat. I'm gonna adjust here. Lay on down. Plant your feet. I'm going to do a couple bridge ups here. So start, your hands are on the ground, your feet are planted. Start tucking your tailbone under. So nice rolling of the pelvic floor under, and then slowly start to raise your hips to the sky. You're coming off of your spine really slowly, just one vertebrae at a time until you're all the way up at your highest range of motion, and then roll it down from top to bottom. So think of your spine as a strand of pearls here, and you're like laying one pearl down at a time, nice and slow, until you get to the tailbone, which is the last one. Now pick it up from the bottom again, nice and slow, tuck your tailbone, roll it up, all the way up to the top, and then roll it down one at a time, nice and slowly. Let's do that one more time. Roll it up, tuck your hips, push them to the sky, and then roll it back down nice and slow. And once you're laying flat on the back, go ahead and put your knees up to 90 degrees. Your head is still on the mat. Open your left leg up like a book. So just let it fall to the side, then stretch your leg out strong, roll it around, face your kneecap towards the ceiling, and then back to 90 degrees, and then take it to the other side. We're just rolling through the hips here. Nice flowy movement. Open it up, stretch it out straight, long and strong, and then back. Let's take 2 more each side, your own pace. Nice and easy. You might feel some popping or creaking in your hips here. That's okay, as long as it doesn't hurt. Last one each side. And when you get back to 90 degrees, pop your feet up in the air, straight up from your hips. Turn your legs out so your kneecaps are facing the outsides of the room. Then flex your feet at the top. Drop your legs open, point your toes, and close them back. Just rolling through a few reps of this. Flex out, point up, flex out, point up. Your own pace, just getting some mobility and movement into the legs and hips here. 2 more. And then plant your feet again. Roll on up. So you're in a seated position. Do a C curve movement here. So tuck your hands right behind your thighs where your knee is. And then start to kind of make a C shape out of your spine. So it's kind of like your tailbone is tucked back under. It's kind of like someone took a big ice cream scooper and made like a nice big C-shaped shape here out of your body. So start to lean back and play with the tension in your hands here. So if you can kind of let it go and let your core start to fire up, do that. And if you're ready, take your arms forward. We're going to do some arm raises here, just heating up your powerhouse, as they call it in Pilates. Just up and down, nice flowy movement, feeling your core kind of fire up. 2 more. 2, and then hold it here. Flex your feet, widen your legs just like an inch more, and then start to do a rowing motion. So pull your elbows back and then arms forward. So back and up, forward, arms, and you sit back a little bit. Just 5 or 6 reps here. This is not meant to like burn out your core. We're just waking things up. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna start with our legs. So come to a kneeling position, face me. You're gonna take this arm. I always get my right and left mixed up when I'm doing these Zooms. So whichever one you want, I'm taking this arm. You're popped up on this knee and your top leg is straight and pointed out to the side. So your hand is supporting you. Your chest is facing me. Your hips are facing me. And we're gonna start with our kneeling side lift series. So leg straight out from your hip. Nice long line, and just start to pulse it up. So your bottom range of motion here is like right out from your hip. You're not dropping below that. You're going up from there and back down to that position. So straight leg lift, toes are pointed strong towards that side of the room, and you're just staying here, feeling the outer part of the glute and the thigh warm up. 3, 2, 1, keep it up. Now start to make small circles towards the front. Little baby circles. It's like your toe is a paintbrush and you're painting a perfect circle on the wall over there. Nice small movement. 3, 2, 1, and reverse it to the back. Same thing, little circles. Keep your core tight and engaged here. Small movements, but you're really gonna start to feel things heating up in the outside here. Now, keep the leg out, bend at your knee, kicking back towards your glutes, and then back out. Just bend and straighten. Make sure you're not sagging down in that leg. Keep it elevated, right out from your hip. Keep your core tight. Just bending and straightening, keeping your toe pointed. Can't believe I don't have a hair tie right now. Bend and straighten. Now flex your foot. Same thing as the first time, leg lifts, this time with a flexed foot. Small movement, straight out from your hip and up from there and back down. Try and stay in the work here. If you need to take a quick rest and tap your toe down, that's fine. But staying in the work is where you really start to feel the burn. Now from here, bend your knee in towards your chest and then back out. Let's point our toe here, and you're not crunching towards your knee. Your leg is doing the work. Your upper body is kind of trying to stay strong and not hunching over. Just bend and lengthen. Bend and lengthen. Pilates is all about lengthening and strengthening. So you want to try and be stretching things out nice and long when you can. Now knee to knee, and then stretch it back out. Knee comes to your other knee, stretch it out strong. This is your last move on this leg in the kneeling side lift series. So stay with it, knee to knee, stretch it strong, knee to knee and out. Taking these at your own pace too, you don't have to stay exactly with me. Just get the motion down and then take it at your own speed. And rest, calm down, beat your hips a little bit, and then lay down, same side. We're now doing our side leg series. So take a nice little sexy lay down here. Your legs, your shins are at the front of your mat, lined up straight, head in your hand for support. Pop that top leg up. Actually, sorry, pop your knees and your feet both up. Your hand here for support. Taking some, I don't know, clams. I don't know what these are called exactly, but just open and close like a clam shell. You're really using your core to stabilize here. And this hand in front of your core is helping to keep you balanced, so you're not like roly-polying all over your mat here. Just a few more here. 3, 2, 1. Now here's where you can grab your weight if you have it. Legs come back to 90 degrees. Take the weight on the outside of your top leg and start to just pulse up. So not a huge movement, little pulses. Weight is up to you. If you don't have it, that's fine. Keep your leg, or keep your arm here in front of your core. Just 90-degree knees, small pulses. 3, 2, 1. Keep it up. Draw your knee in a little closer to your chest and keep pulsing. Keep your weight there if you're using it. Oh, my hair is annoying me. Few more seconds here. Now take the leg out straight, flex your foot. You can keep your weight here as long as you can keep your core stabilizing you. If not, drop it. Just little pulses with a flexed foot and a straight leg here. Your bottom leg is still bent. Your core is working to keep you from rolling around. Your weight's on the outside if you're using it. If not, you're right here. Few more seconds here. Drop your weight in 3, 2, 1. Drop it. Knee to knee, and then a diagonal stretch up towards kind of where your wall and ceiling meet over there. Knee comes to knee, and then big point and stretch at an angle. Knee to knee, diagonal stretch. Toe pointed, core is tight. You're pulling your belly button into your spine, keeping everything nice and tight here. 3, 2, 1. Now drop your front leg in front. Straighten your bottom leg. If you can wrap around the ankle, great. We're going to start to pulse that bottom leg up, working the inner thigh here. If you can't reach around your front ankle, just be wherever you can, wherever's comfortable for your range of motion, and keep your arm here in front of your core. We're kind of burning out the inner thigh of the opposite leg here. And this is our only isolated inner thigh movement, so we're going to stay here for a little while. Keep your toe pointed. It's a small movement, so don't try and like crunch through your body to get it nice and high. It's meant to be small, little pulses. Don't collapse down on your mat with that leg. Keep it moving. And keep breathing, always keep breathing. 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1, and release. Drop it down. We're going to the other side for our kneeling side lift series. Beat your hips a little bit if you need to. And then get ready to get set up on your other side. So your arm goes out straight, your middle knee is bent, centering you, grounding you, and your outside leg is nice and long, toe pointed, and we're going to start with those straight leg lifts. So lift it up straight out from your hip, toe pointed, Chest facing me, hips facing me, or facing forward. Small movement, straight leg lift. Three, two, one. Little circles forward. Toes still pointed. Think of like someone stretching your leg, pulling it from over there, nice and strong. So you're really lengthening out through this while you're making these circles. Painting that circle on the wall over there this time. 3, 2, 1, and reverse your circle to the back. Stay in it, starting to burn. From here, legs out straight, bending back towards your booty, and then kicking out. Just bending at the knee. Just the lower part of your leg moving here, nothing else. Everything else is tight and stabilized. Just a little hamstring curl. Foot towards your glute and back out. Probably feel some of this work in your bottom leg too, your stabilizing leg. Okay, keep your leg out, flex your foot, pulse up. Straight leg lifts with a flexed foot. If you need to come out of it for a quick second, do it, but get right back in. Small movement, tight core. 3, 2, 1. Point your toe, knee to chest, and then lengthen. Again, not hunching over. This isn't a crunch. It's just your knee coming in towards your chest and then stretching out nice and strong and long. In and out. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now knee to knee, and then lengthen it out. Knee comes to knee. Your body's gonna twist a little bit naturally when your knee comes in to meet the other one, but try not to do like a full rotation here. It's just one knee kissing the other, and then stretching back out long and strong. Last movement before we go into our side leg series. 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Hips, shake it out. Lay it on down this side this time in your sexy little pinup girl pose. Head in your hand, knees at 90 degrees, shins lining up with the front of your mat, or just generally a straight line. And we're gonna start by, stabilize your core here. Lift your knees and your feet. Open and close your thighs. Feeling your core really work to keep you stabilized here. Hand is there for support. Little baby clamshells. Have your weight nearby. Using in this next move, go ahead and drop your legs, grab your weight. 90-degree pulses here. One knee stacked on top of the other, little space in between, and little big pulses. If you're not using the weight, keep your hand here in front of your core. Small movement. Doesn't have to be big here to burn. 3, 2, 1. Keep it up, draw it a little closer to your chest, and keep with the pulses there. Stay with it. I know it's burning now. Mine is. A few more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Flex your foot, leg out long. Little lifts from there with the weight if you can stabilize your core on its own. If not, Put your hand here to support you. Flex foot at the bottom, still lengthening though. Stretch right out through the bottom of your heel, like someone's pulling that leg to that side of the room. Nice and long and strong. 3, 2, 1, drop your weight. Knee to knee, big diagonal stretch. Knee to knee, stretch it, point it long, up towards where your ceiling and wall meet over there. Knee to knee, stretch it out. Nice lengthening leg here. 3, 2, 1. Bottom leg out straight, top leg crosses over. Start lifting up into that inner thigh work here. Again, if you can't reach around this ankle, just put your foot wherever's comfortable for you. Just keeping your core tight and stabilized though, and engaged. And tiny pulses through that bottom leg with your toe pointed. Small movement. Really stretch it out towards that other side of the room. We're here for a while, but this is your last leg movement, and then we're going on to core, so stay in it. Little baby pulses. Now, pretend like you dipped your big toe in paint and write your name on that side of the wall. Spell it out in cursive. 3, 2, 1, and drop it down. All right, do what you need to do. Give yourself a little leg shiatsu massage here, and then meet me back onto your back for our core work. So go ahead and take a moment, stretch your arms to one side of the room, your legs to the other. Just a nice big full body stretch here. And then when you're ready, we'll start to slowly lift our arms up, tuck your chin, and make this a full sit up, and then reach over your toes into a nice big long stretch. And then slowly roll it back down. Arms come up and overhead last. We'll go through those a few more times. So just take them at your own pace. A nice slow Pilates roll up. And then roll it back down. One vertebrae at a time, thinking about your spine as that strand of pearls. We're picking it up and laying it back down. And at the very top, when you're reaching, it's kind of like that sit and reach thing they made us do in elementary school, fitness test thing. See if you can get a little bit further each time with your long stretch and reach past your toes. All right, finish up your last one here. And then roll it back down nice and slow. And then from here, we're going to raise your legs to 90 degrees. Now you have some options here. If you want to pick your head up to increase the core work here, do that. If not, keep it laying down on the mat. That's totally fine. We're going to take some toe drops. So just one pointed toe towards the mat at a time, and then the other, right and left. Just dropping it, pricking your mat with your toe, and then back up to 90 degrees. If your head is off your mat, your hands are just supporting lightly here. You're not pulling on your neck. So your core is doing the work to keep your upper body off the mat, or you're here and that's fine too. You're still going to be working your core even if you're laying down. Let's do 2 more each side. 1, 2, 2. Stay up. Now both legs down and up. So keeping your core engaged. This time, both toes dropping down at the same time, pricking your mat, and then back up to 90 degrees. Make sure you are breathing through these. Don't hold your breath. Let's take 3 more. 3, and then hug your knees into your chest, nice and tight. We're gonna go into a classic Pilates double leg stretch here. Toes are still pointed, knees are into your chest, head up if you want, and then stretch everything out nice and long. Arms long, legs long, and hovering over the ground, and then hug it back in. Stretch it out, toes pointed, hug it back in, and circle your arms around when you do. So circling around, grabbing both legs, squeezing, and then stretching it out. Again, head can be down for these, that's okay, but if you want to intensify, raise your head and shoulders off the mat. Make sure you're breathing. We'll take 2 more. 2. And hug it in. This time, single leg stretch. 1 knee in, 1 leg out. Just gentle pull, pull on that knee, and then switch. Pull, pull, and switch. Nice little stretch of the knee towards the chest here. Pull, pull, switch. Toe is long and pointed towards the other side of the room. Stretching it out really, really long. Your other one is hugging into your chest with a nice gentle pull. Switch, pull, pull, switch, switch. Let's do 1 more each side. And then hug them in, lay them down for just a second. Going into some crisscross crunches or whatever you want to call them, bicycle crunches, but we're taking them nice and slow. So not like a traditional bicycle crunch where you're just repping them out. We're doing nice, slow, controlled rocking side to side, opposite elbow to opposite leg or knee, and the bottom leg is stretching out nice and strong. And you're breathing. Breathe out each time you twist. One more each direction. And then lay it down, hug it in. Now, scissor kicks. 1 leg up, the other straight out. Lift your head and neck if you want. And we're doing that same pull, pull, and switch. This time with long, straight legs, toes pointed. Just 1 leg up, 1 leg down, and then switching them. Little scissor kicks. This is your second to last move of this entire workout, so stay in it. Let it burn. Enjoy the burn. Let's do 2 more each side at your own pace. And then keep your legs up, lay your head down. Rest here for just a moment, and then we're going to take a 4 count down with both legs. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Just hover them over the ground and then back up slowly. 4, 3, 2, 1 at 90 degrees. Now back down. 3, 2, 1, and slowly bring them up. 2, 1. Down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your legs in and then stretch them out nice and long. Arms overhead. Just take a moment here. We are finished. I'm going to cool us down with a couple stretches before we go. So just enjoy this long body stretch here. And then plant your feet and raise your hips to the sky. Roll your shoulder blades underneath and try to get a nice big arch in your spine here, stretching through your front abdominal wall. Just stretching out some of that contraction that we did at the core, with the core series. And then roll it down nice and easy. Cross your right leg over your left knee. Reach through the center and under your bottom leg. And just pull that whole figure towards your chest, a little figure 4 stretch. You can use your elbow to kind of press that top knee down a little bit and get a little deeper into the outer thigh. This should feel really good after that outer leg work that we did. Deep breaths. And release that. Switch legs. Left over your right. Reach through the center, pull it towards you. Breathe into it. And let that go. Roll it on up. You are finished. Take whatever stretches you need. Pigeon pose, whatever, to get into those outer legs, because we really worked those thighs today. So well done. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time.